Before anyone called him the internet's favorite man, he was just a kid, learning rooms faster than he learned lines. One year it's sea air and bright windows. Another year it's city hum and rented furniture. Then winter, real winter, pressing its palm to the glass while he practices showing up anyway. He figures out something most people miss. Every room has a mood, and if you can read the mood, you can belong. When pages won't sit still and letters refuse to behave, he solves it the way athletes do, by moving. Timing becomes grammar. Eye contact becomes punctuation. The quiet between sentences starts carrying meaning. There's a mother who can make feeling visible with a needle and cloth. There are men who appear, teach things, disappear. He learns to travel light and keep his name good. Some classrooms click. Others feel like he's been invited to juggle with the wrong hands. So he builds a different discipline. Shoes by the door, bag packed the night before, chores done like little oaths to himself. He notices people. The way shoulders telegraph the truth. The way silence begs a question or begs you to leave it alone. That attention will turn into currency later. For now, it's just a kid being careful with the world. Toronto changes the equation. Ice isn't poetic, it's honest. He steps into goal and learns geometry with his body. You don't chase the puck. You read intention. Hips point one way, eyes lie the other way, and a stick tells the real story. Anticipation becomes a superpower. Fear doesn't disappear, it agrees to wait its turn. The crease teaches him to hold a rectangle of responsibility while chaos happens inches from his face. It's strangely peaceful once you trust your angles. And that calm, standing still while a storm tries to change your mind, will be the backbone of everything that follows. If this already has you curious, tap like and watch till the end, because the last beat ties this whole origin story together. School keeps happening because it has to. Acting begins because it wants to. He tries youth theater and discovers a truth nobody tells you at the beginning. Acting isn't about speaking loudly, it's about speaking truly. A single line, landed clean, can quiet a room faster than a shout. He's shy with crowds, not with focus. A teacher nudges a shoulder here, a breath there, and something locks in. He isn't rehearsing a persona. He's rehearsing honesty on command. Meanwhile, the rink keeps him practical. Laces the same, drills the same, gratitude the same, whether the opponent is mean or lost. A pattern emerges. Learn the craft, trust the team, let the game be bigger than you. The first lenses find him, small TV, tiny films, rooms that smell like coffee and nerves. He watches crews the way he once watched wingers. Where do they move next? What rhythm do they trust? Which mistakes cost everyone time? A casting assistant writes a note in a margin you'll never see. Listens. That single word becomes a passport. On camera, he doesn't push. He lets the frame come to him. When directors talk about him later, they always mention the same thing. The silence between his words tells the truth. It's not mystique. It's attention without vanity. Don't miss what's next. Turn on the bell so you catch the follow-up the moment it drops. Watch till the end to spot the hidden hinge most people miss, and to help the channel. Thanks, now back to it. Then Joy kicks the door in wearing a band tee. Bill and Ted isn't a joke that got lucky. It's sincerity that refused to be embarrassed. 2 kids, 1 phone booth, a thesis about friendship disguised as nonsense. He plays whoa like it's a love language, but never sells his partner out for a laugh. The film lands because the heart underneath is clean. And here's the quiet credibility no one gave enough credit at the time. He never winks to save face. He lets delight be cool. That generosity becomes his signature. He's not hogging the spotlight. He's giving it a place to live. Success, then sunburn. Point Break hands him a surfboard and a parachute and asks, "Can you be dangerous without noise?" He answers with posture and breath. He trusts stunt teams and learns the humility of repetition. Fail, fix, repeat, until the body tells a story the camera can't fake. Johnny Utah isn't swagger, he's permission. For the audience to feel wind in their lungs without pretending to be bulletproof. Action becomes dance. The muscles remember. The patience deepens. You can feel the goalie in him again. Angles, timing, A center that doesn't panic when velocity asks rude questions. Speed makes competence look like charisma. Minimal words, maximal presence, a bus that teaches a masterclass in tempo. He plays stillness like a melody. When he moves, you feel the cost. When he doesn't, you feel the choice. It's the era when stars shouted to be heard over explosions. He whispers and you lean in. The camera trusts him to hold long beats. Audiences trust him to tell them when to breathe. The fame machine opens a lane with exit signs reading, "More of that forever." He could take it. Most would. Why not ride the loudest version of yourself until the tank runs dry? If these no-fluff deep dives are your thing, hit subscribe. We go further than the headlines. Here's why not. Coasting isn't a skill, it's a stall. And he's addicted to learning. After the clean high of speed, he starts picking doors that aren't guaranteed to open. Some lead to smaller rooms, quieter scripts, risks that could look foolish if the honesty fails. He chooses friction. Not reinvention for its own buzz, but curiosity as policy. That's when careers split. One direction says brand management, the other says craft. He takes the second road with the politeness of a person who already paid for the ticket and doesn't need ushers to clap. The pattern, once you see it, is everywhere. He keeps the goalie's geometry and the stage kid's breath. He keeps Bill and Ted's generosity and Utah's steadiness. Then he strips away everything that smells like safety and asks, "What will make me better?" It's why he can be funny without cruelty, romantic without sugar, still without emptiness. He's not trying to impress you, he's trying to mean it. In a business that rewards pretending, meaning it is rebellion. You can argue the early myth sharpened here, the man who treats sets like neighborhoods and crews like neighbors, who shows up early, stays late, and thanks people by name. Reputation is just repetition with witnesses. He repeats the right things. When a stunt coordinator says, "Again," he doesn't groan. When an AD says, "Back to one," he doesn't perform patience. He practices it. The work teaches him what applause can't, how to make a day easier for everyone else and better for the audience later. Look at the arc of this first chapter and you'll see 8 steps that rhyme. A kid reads rooms because pages are slippery. A goalie learns anticipation in a box that punishes panic. A student discovers that telling the truth on cue is a career if you protect the habit. A young actor lets a camera come to him. Joy arrives and he doesn't betray it with irony. Action arrives and he refuses to let noise replace clarity. Stardom arrives and he lowers his voice instead of raising it. Choice arrives and he chooses friction over furniture. That's the setup. Everything you know about him later, the philosophy in leather, the choreography that looks inevitable, the decade-long renaissance that treated violence like etiquette and grief like fuel, springs from these first moves. He learned to belong without shrinking, to lead without shouting, to make silence carry. And when the industry tried to hand him a map that ended in a branded cul-de-sac, he folded it neatly, kept a corner for the glove box, and went looking for roads that would scuff him into a better version of himself. Thank you for watching this far. If you got value, please like, subscribe, and turn on the bell for notifications.